I would love for you to stop creating posts, podcast episodes, blogs, emails, all of the things that you're preparing in your business that feel like you're wasting time because they're not bringing you paid clients. I want to remind you that that's the entire point of running your business, is getting paid clients so that you can do the work that you came here to do and have the impact that you came here to have. So today on Unjaded, I'm going to be unpacking with you what the Content by Design course is and how it can help you to create content that converts into paid clients on a regular basis.
Welcome to Unjaded. I'm your host, Vicki Dixon. This is a podcast with a human design spin on building the life, the relationships, and the business that you were made for. Let's dive in.
Now, I know you're discouraged. I know it feels like you've tried everything, and I know that you've got folders in your computer, and maybe like me, you have a mess all over the place in your downloads of templates and formulas that you've tried to use to create content that converts, but you're still not getting paid clients. You know, you may be selling something here and there, but you're not really making enough to pay the bills. And you look at all of these other people online and you think, my God, are they really doing what they say they're doing? You know, just because someone has 50,000 followers on Instagram doesn't mean that they're making $1 online. I think that that's one of the things that we have to realize is that 1,000 true fans, and that's a Kevin Kelly thing, 1,000 true fans is way better than having thousands upon thousands of followers who really don't care two hoots what you're doing. I know it gets discouraging because you feel like you're spending so much time creating things to put out into the vortex that is social media, or put onto your website for a blog, or speak into the ethers for your podcast. And when it doesn't bring you paid clients, it feels like it's all for naught. It feels so discouraging because it should be, and you know, I hate that word, I'm putting in air quotes, it should be converting, but it feels like you're speaking into the black hole. So you're listening to all of the experts, you know, you're taking all of these trainings and you're listening to all of these people talk about the ideal client exercise. I mean, you've done that probably ideal client avatar until you're blue in the face. I know that I've worked with many, many people who have done that damn exercise so many times that they can recite it. It's like they have the perfect picture in their mind and they're talking to that person when they're speaking online, but it's still not bringing them clients. Here's the thing. I really want you to understand that your content, your message, your voice starts with you. It's yours. And that's the thing that's different about creating content based on your human design, is that you're no longer relying on the experts to guide you and show you the formula that's going to work properly. You're speaking from the soul of who you are to the soul of your ideal client. And you actually have a soul fit client who is in your human design. We call it a fractal in human design. You have a fractal of people who came here to help you do the work that you came here to do, who came here to help you realize the impact that you're here to have. Isn't it exciting? So much of who you're here to serve actually lives in your human design. We can see who the people are that you're actually here to speak to so that you can frame your message in a way that they're able to hear you speak. Isn't that the coolest thing ever? So in the Content by Design course, we go through your entire human design. We understand that your message starts with you, your followers start with you, and your offers start with you. They have to start with you because you're the only thing that is consistent in the equation. What we want to do is have your voice be so concise and so authentic to you that you could change your career 20 times in your life and you would still know your voice. You wouldn't have to learn how to write content for this business and then something different for this business and then something different for this business. And every iteration of your business would not require you to learn a new trick because you are a one-trick pony. You are you in every single thing that you do. So let's figure out what your specific message is, what's authentic to you, so that you can craft it in any of the different areas of your life. It's a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful thing. Content by Design is an 8-week online course that will end staring at the dreaded blank screen forever and ever and ever, because you'll be so crystal clear on your purpose that it comes through in everything that you do. We also focus on writing properly because this is something that's really, really hard to get a handle on. And what I find with people when they come into the Content by Design course is that oftentimes, I'm going to say like at least 90% of the time, in each post that you create, you have anywhere from 3 to 12 posts in that one post. We're trying to make one piece of content do too much, carry too much weight. So oftentimes what happens as you come into the Content by Design course and do the writing exercises and actually work with me on creating your content and reworking your content on each of the live coaching calls, you realize that, oh my gosh, I created this one post, but it's actually 8 posts. So I have a week's worth of content or more from this one thing that I created. And that takes practice, and it takes a real eye for being able to stand back and look at your work and go, oh, okay, I'm asking too much of my reader. I'm asking my person to do too many things. My person is already in overwhelm because their life is overwhelming, their job is overwhelming, their family is overwhelming, and then I'm throwing overwhelming content at them. So a lot of what we do in the actual writing is, yes, we formulate and we do tips and tricks and different little things that you can bring in that the brain really loves on the reread, but we also really cull it back so that you can see how to give your client exactly, your soul fit client, exactly what she needs, deliver exactly what she needs to move forward into working with you. Not just what she needs in a way of delivering more information, because spoiler alert, we don't need more information. I know there is this myth, let's call it online, where we need to keep educating our clients. We need to educate and educate and educate and what do they call it? Edutainment, educate and entertain them at the same time. I push back on that a little bit and say that most of us do not actually need more information. Most of us need to understand how to use the information that we have in order to move ourselves forward, or how to use the information that you're going to provide us with to move ourselves forward. It's not just for the sake of collecting more information. So in the Content by Design course, we go through 7 pre-recorded modules. Module 1 is about creating copy that dances on the page so that your ideal client just looks at it and thinks that it's magical, feels it in her bones and wants to work with you. We look at how to use your specific energy type so that you never run out of things to say online. We look at module 3 is maybe my favorite thing because we look at the tone that you speak in. We look at your human design profile. Who are you here to be? Who are you here to be in the movie of your client's life? Who does she need you to stand in order to get the message that you're here to deliver to her? That was really a wordy way to say that. I'm sorry. But your profile is the role that you play in the movie of your life. And we went through this in episode day 3 of workshop week. So if you haven't done that yet, go back and do that, because your profile is a really important piece of how you speak online in the tone that delivers that message in a way that can be heard. So that's module 3 in the course. Module 4, we get really granular. We dive into a lot of the nuances of exactly what you're here to communicate and the place you speak from that calls your soul fit client to you every single time. We also look at your core wounding because that comes into your message. Your core wound, your intergenerational wound, is the thing where darkness comes to light in you. So we go through a lot of that, and it actually shows you a lot of what you're here to do in the world. In module 5, we walk through how to know exactly what you're here to sell and exactly how to talk about the thing that you sell in your sales messaging so that you feel like you're not selling when you're selling. We talk about the difference in what you're here to sell and what you're here to deliver, which may sound a little bit weird, but it really is a trick that you can learn based on your own human design, where you can pull in these pieces and it just feels so natural to show up and be able to provide solutions for your clients from that place. In module 6, we look at the energetics of how to bring exactly those right people, the people that I talked about earlier in this episode. Your people are mapped out in your human design. So who are they and how are you going to speak to them in a way that they actually understand that you're their person? And then how to recognize when you're doing that. 1, you'll be bringing in paid clients. But 2, you'll start to surround yourself. You'll start to notice that these people are joining your world and you're like, oh my gosh, I'm on the right track because these are my soul people. These are my soul fit clients. This is my fractal. Let's do this together. That's so exciting. So then the other thing that we do, we do lots of things in the Content by Design course, but we have 8 calls live with me. So I'm there, I'm looking at your human design chart, I'm looking at your content, and we are really diving into all of your questions that have come up through the week and tweaking your content so that it starts to sing. And then you have 3 co-working sessions with my community manager. My community manager is human design trained. She has taken the Content by Design course and she understands how all of this works. She's a beautiful writer who is going to help you move your writing forward to the next level. And then there are all kinds of bonuses, and you'll see all of these on the sales page. It'll be linked in the show notes for you. I'll just read them off here for you quickly. How to move people with your words every time you post. how to effectively move people. As soon as you join us in the Content by Design course, you can start working your way through the bonuses. One of them is on how to write well so that you can go ahead and start writing better in your posts right away. Another is how to tell your story, how to effectively move people through your story. That's a really important piece of the puzzle. How do you write a story? What do you include in a story? How much is too much detail? All of those things. You have a launch playbook so that if you've never launched anything before, or if you're launching a new offer, it's a beta launch playbook that will take you through how to sell your course before you've created it. And I know that that can be scary, but we go through exactly how to do this in the launch playbook because this is how I launched Content by Design the first time. Then you have a simple sales page template so that you know how to write a sales page that will sell the offer that you create out of the Content by Design course. You get access to my complete human design gates library. That is all 64 gates in human design, little bit of gene keys splashed in, and how you actually use these gates in your messaging so that you can look at your entire design and every gate that you have defined in your entire design and look up the meanings of it and how you communicate from the strengths of that gate. You can also see where you're in the shadow of that gate. And you know what? You can sometimes bring your shadow into the content too, and we go through that in Content by Design. You'll get a Trello organization system that's been developed by my VA. It's the one that I use for organizing content according to your human design so that you never run out of ideas again. Super exciting. How to use AI in your business without it stealing your voice. This is a big thing. AI is not going anywhere. So I don't want you using it, not that I'm the boss of you, but I don't want you using AI to create your content because you know what? AI generated content sucks. And I can always tell when I look at AI generated content and I just keep on scrolling or delete the email because I don't want to talk to a robot. I want to talk to a real human, and your people want to talk to a real human as well. But I'm going to show you how to use AI based on your own human design to get you started or to recognize you or to help you to create the content that you need to create in your business. Now, at the end of the course, we're going to do a live email training, how to build your email list, because what I'm realizing is that a lot of my clients do not yet have an email list or are not building it with intention. And I love my email. If you're in my world, you know that I love my email. It's my very favorite thing in my business. I love conversations in my inbox. I love to email you if you're in my community online. And I'm going to show you how to love your email as well and how to build your email list with intention so that you communicate in a way that people purchase the offers that you actually create, that you're creating things that actually matter to your community. And then the other training that we're going to do live at the end of the course is a training with speaking coach Lori-Ann Mirabito. She is a friend of mine. She is a kick-ass speaking coach, and she is going to teach you how to use speaking to build your business because her belief is that speaking is the fastest way to build your business. So she uses speaking almost as lead generation, not as absolutely, you can keynote, you can do any of those things that you want, but how are you going to build your business using your voice? How are you going to actually speak on a webinar? How are you going to lead a workshop? How are you going to guest on a podcast episode? All of those things are things that Lori-Ann is going to bring us in the Content by Design course in that bonus. So when you go to the sales page, you'll see all kinds of testimonials of people who have worked with me. You'll see testimonials of people who've been through the Content by Design course. This thing works. Why does it work? Because it is getting in touch with who you are. Instead of looking at all of the outside forces and all of the ways you could do this based on what everybody else tells you to do, we're going inside because content creation, like anything else worthwhile, is an inside job. And we're going to start from the place of who you are and bring that out into the world. And you cannot help but draw your ideal fit clients to you. In Content by Design, you get my eyes on your human design over and over and over again for 8 weeks. We look at your shadows, your purpose, your highest gifts, the way you've been conditioned away from yourself, all of those things. And you should know that the Content by Design course comes with a money-back guarantee. The course is 8 weeks long, and the money-back guarantee is 90 days, so longer than the course. The email address is right on the sales page for Content by Design, so you know exactly how to go about it. If it's something happens and you want to get your money back, that is not a problem at all. You show us you did the work, and we will refund your money. And the last thing I think that you need to know is that there is a pay in full bonus. Now, I don't do fast action bonuses. I don't do pressure around making fast decisions because I am an emotional authority in human design. And chances are that if you're listening to this, there's a 50-50 chance you're an emotional authority in human design because about half the population has this. And what that means is that there's no truth in the now. There's no clarity in the now. For us, we have to take our time with decisions. So I'm not going to do something that pressures you to make a decision quickly. I do, however, give a pay in full bonus where you get a free human design reading with me, which is a $497 value when you pay in full for your Content by Design course. And I'll just walk you through a little something. This is just like a little story about making decisions, because my friend and I were having, actually Lorianne and I were having this conversation today about making decisions. For me, nothing beats kind of hermiting away in a hotel for 3 or 4 days when I have a ton of work that I need to get caught up on. And my second line profile in my human design is part of that hermiting away, right? So I don't know, I just crave alone time so much sometimes. And right now I'm in that position. And I have been processing this decision to go to a hotel for probably a week and a half. And this morning I was ready to pack my bags about an hour and a half ago. I'm like, okay, I'm going to do it. I go online, I'm looking at all the different hotels in the town that I want to go. And then I'm like, maybe I should wait and go tomorrow. Well, I really should record this podcast episode, and I really have this video I need to do, and and I still haven't decided. My husband is saying, could you please make a decision? Because he's working out of town right now and he'll have to work in town for the next few days if I'm away to take care of the dogs. But it's crazy. It's like we go back and forth and back and forth and back and forth with this emotional authority in our design. So if you're doing that about the Content by Design course, let that be okay. Let it be okay. Just process it through your body, listen to your human design authority, and make the decision that's right for you. Trust yourself to make the decision that's right for you. Trust yourself that if you understand that nothing is going to change until you nail your message, and if you understand that now is the right time for you to do that, then just trust. And if it's not the right time for you to do that, and if you're not convinced that a clearer message will bring in your ideal fit clients, if you think it's something else that keeps you stuck in your business, then that's okay too, because this isn't for everyone. But if you are ready to take the bull by the horns and say, enough, I am done playing small, I'm done being wishy-washy in my messaging, I am ready to call my soul fit clients to me, then you're ready for Content by Design. The link is in the show notes for you. You can go there and check it out. If you have any questions, I'm easy to find. Just DM me on Instagram to vicky.dixon or any of the other ways that you find me online. Like I said, I'm easy to find. I would love to see you join us in Content by Design, because it is a transformative experience that will truly take your business to the next level.